Just sense the eye area and try to relax it. Let the deep relaxation enter into your skull. Feel the size, feel the weight of your head at the moment. Feel your chest cavity, feel your abdominal cavity. And let all the attention go through the volume, through the size, through the space of your body, into your pelvis, into your legs. And all at once begin to realize how your body space moves together with your breathing, with your inhales and exhales. Powoli zacznijmy ufać bardziej uczuciom, nie być w wewnętrznym dialogu ze sobą po prostu. Ufajmy uczuciu przestrzeni całego ciała i poczujmy to, jak ta przestrzeń się porusza przy oddychaniu, przy wdechach i wydechach. Just keep observing the inhalation and exhalation. Keep allowing your breath to have its natural rhythm. We have a set of Kapalabhatis ahead, and we're going to be making pauses similar to what we performed at the last training. So send your attention specifically into the pelvic floor. Sense its space, sense its, let's call it size, sense how tight or relaxed it is right now. Next few exhalations, just confidently contract the pelvic floor sphincters. Feel how firm and much flatter the belly becomes. With the inhalation, just relax the pelvic floor. And 2 or 3 more breaths. Keep doing the same practice. Exhaling, contracting the pelvic floor. Przy wydechach zwieramy krocze. Poczumy twardy dół brzucha. Przy wdechach rozluźniamy mięśnie. Postaramy się wykonywać te zwarcie i rozluźnienia bardzo wolno. Przy wydechu wolno, długo zbieramy, aż poczujemy takie maksymalne ściążenie, maksymalną twardość, jakby zamknięcie przestrzeni na miednicy. I przy wdechach wolno, tyle ile wdychamy, zaczynamy wolno rozluźnić, tak żeby pod koniec wdechu poczuć maksymalne rozluźnienie, przestrzeń. Może szerokość między guzami kulszowymi w kroczu. I teraz z tym uczuciem, z tym rozumieniem, o ile zmienia się ta przestrzeń przy zwarciu i rozluźnieniu, przystąpmy do Kapalabhati. Pierwszy set, 30 sekundek wydychamy intensywnie, podciągając i kroczy i pępek wewnątrz. Tak z 2 punktów od dołu i od przodu podciągamy taśmę do krzyża w kierunku do wewnątrz. Idziemy 30 sekundek w swoim tempie, nie za szybko, ale z uczuciem, że te mięśnie zaczynają się łączyć. First set of Kapalabhatis, 30 seconds with very confident pelvic floor contraction and bringing the belly button in so you feel this tension, this tightness coming from the bottom, from the pelvic floor, from the navel side, from the front, into your sacrum, towards the inside. Let's go for 15 more seconds in a confident, steady tempo, sensing that the inner core, its deep muscles are activated. 10 more seconds, let's keep going. 5 sekundek, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last fullest exhalation, and now hold the pause, contracting the pelvic floor, feel flat and slim in your belly. Try to bring up the tension upwards, swallowing movement in your throat. Keep the pause, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, doesn't matter. When you feel, before you feel overwhelmed, relax the pelvic floor, lift the chin and let the next inhale come in. the space entering your body, and again, swallowing movement to close the throat, contract the pelvic floor, and try to equalize the feeling of pressure, both in upwards and downwards. So don't contract too much in your throat or in the pelvic floor. Stay in a balance, stay light. Let this internal pressure extend your body space. As long as you enjoy this, before you feel overwhelmed, when you begin, the first signals of overwhelm appear. Relax your pelvic floor, lift the chin up, and just exhale slowly with a soft exhale. So try to really remain calm without this too fast letting the air out. We're gonna do 2 more reps, 2 more series. So let's remain full consciousness in the body. Sense your pelvic floor, sense the abdominal cavity, and let's do another 30 seconds of Kapalabhatis. Keep working with confidence. Let's go. More seconds. 10 more seconds. By the end of it, I really want you to acknowledge the presence of your abdominal wall muscles and the pelvic floor sphincters, so they should be really grilled, burn through. 5 more seconds, and get ready for the pause after exhalation. Exhale, exhale, like really fully from the bottom of your lungs. The last fullest exhale, chin towards yourself, swallowing motion for the throat, closing it, tighten the pelvic floor, and right now sensing this slimness, tightness in your body. Try to contract the pelvic floor a little tighter and kind of lift all the insides inside the belly towards the chestal cavity, like up through this sucking motion through the pelvic floor. When you have enough, relax the pelvic floor, lift your chin, let the air slowly come in. So also, if you feel like you're inhaling super intensively, this means you probably should let the inhalation happen a little sooner. So feel soft, slow, in a steady rhythm, in a steady speed. Inhalation, again, close the throat, contract the pelvic floor, feel extended right now, into the front, into the sides, into the back. Feel the length of your spinal cord, the space between your skull and pelvis. Enjoy this extension. Also figure out if anything is keeping in your body from this extension, maybe some tension anywhere, and consciously let it relax, especially when you will be exhaling next. So when you feel it's enough, relax the pelvic floor, lift the chin, and specifically if you feel any tension and discomfort in your body, just exhale it out, also slowly, smoothly, steadily. Now with the third round, let's just accomplish the full understanding of all this practice. Trzeci, ostatni raz, trzecia rundka. Znowu skupmy swoją uwagę w miednicy, w brzuchu i zacznijmy fajne takie zwarcia, mocne, z pewnością. Nie szybkie, ale właśnie odczuwając, że my podciągamy i krocze, i brzuch do wewnątrz. W takim trwałym rytmie, 30 sekundek, wytrzymajmy. Pod koniec wiem, że już aż może trochę, jak przy ćwiczeniu brzucha, aż trochę tak boleć te mięśnie, więc tak naprawdę tego chcemy, żeby maksymalnie uaktywnić te mięśnie. So 20 more seconds in a steady rhythm, with full confidence that you contract the pelvic floor and you bring the navel in. Not too fast, but sensing you're grilling through this deep tissue. It's all activated, not like the superficial, but into the depth, into the core of this muscle group. 10 more seconds. Exhale, 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 exhale. Feel the amplitude. You bring in your pelvic floor, your front of your belly inwards, kind of to touch the spine. 5 more seconds, and prepare for the last fullest exhalation when you feel the slimmest, like the front of your belly almost glued into your spine, the pelvic floor completely lifted up even towards your diaphragm. So let's do this. Fullest exhale, bring the chin, swallow in motion for the throat, contract the pelvic floor, hold the pause. Maybe this is the longest pause. Maybe first lasted half of a second, this time it's 3 seconds or 5 seconds. But don't overwhelm yourself, relax the pelvic floor, lift the chin. Let the space enter, feel like it's extended, maybe align in your body a little bit. It feels like you want to open, maybe sit more straight, and then chin towards yourself, contract the pelvic floor. And feel this floating sensation, like right now, you don't apply any effort to be sitting. It's like this internal pressure keeps you, extends you. Let's hold as much, as long as we enjoy this. We want to feel equalized. So the position, the posture is when it's aligned, you feel evenly light. Maybe play with the head position, play with your chest position, try to align a little bit more. Play with the how much are you contracting the throat and the pelvic floor. Try to equalize that feeling too. And when you feel enough, relax the pelvic floor as well. As always, open your throat and let this slow, let water fall in. Exhalation happen. Next, even without opening your eyes, slowly, keep your eyes closed, slowly press the palms on the floor. You can elevate yourself into table pose, and we're gonna lay down, but before we do, please take your short gaze into the camera. We will be placing the chest, so if you feel too stressful to lay your chest like this, you can first lay down on the belly. And the position for this practice, we're gonna stretch arms along the body. Yeah, we're not gonna keep them anywhere in front. We are doing the external rotation, so the thumbs are directed outwards, the palm centers and the palms are flatly, nicely pressed to the ground. Kind of crawl your fingers down. So I really want you to feel fully open in here, clavicle bone lines. And after you feel that, actually you can walk your knees a little closer to yourself. And I want you to place your knees as close or as far from your chest so you really feel you can fully relax and lean on your sternum. The sternum, so above your nipples. We're aiming to lay the neck and to lay the front of the chest. Like, not really giving any pressure on the breast. Okay? Give me the thumb up if that's okay or clear. Okay, then let's do this. Also, you're welcome to lean more on your lips, on the nose here, rather than on the tip of the chin, so don't break the neckline. And completely opening the front of the body, the external shoulder rotation happens. Feel that your chest is accepting the pressure. The pressure is light, there is not too much of anything. So roll a little closer to the tip of your nose. Play with external rotations. Place your palms maybe wider, maybe a little lower. So the goal is actually to feel, once you relax completely, give the full pressure on your sternum. It kind of feels like somebody is pulling your head a little away from the chest. Or otherwise, it feels like, you know, the chest being pulled a little lower. And of course, we remember to position the pelvis. So especially if you feel any discomfort in your lower back, place your knees together, place your inner thighs really tight together, kind of squeeze the inner lines of your legs. Contract the glutes and try to roll the hips a little bit. When you roll the hips, remain relaxed in the shoulders. So at the same time, while you're keeping your core tight, you're relaxing in the top of your body. You're fully giving the shoulders into relaxation. Let's give this 2 or 3 more breaths. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, please feel free, feel welcome to move the knees lower or make a pause and lay on the stomach. Any option is good. We're here right now mostly to realize if there is any tension in this relation between the chest, the skull, and the pelvis. So when you're contracting the glutes and when you're trying to roll your hips a little more inwards, make sure that at the same time you're relaxing your neck, you're relaxing your shoulders, you're not trying to squeeze in the top. Let's do the last exhalation. Let's really get used to this form. And next we're gonna stretch the right arm perpendicularly, also kind of crawling away. At the same time we're gonna lay the right temple on the floor. And now with the next inhalation, keeping your belly gathered in tight, lift your left knee up And then slowly with exhalation, very, very slow. So exhaling, you're really resisting with your right arm against the floor. Lay your left foot on the floor, if possible, kind of aiming into your right palm, but not necessarily. So what feels good. And the goal here to turn off any tension in the right shoulder. So the flat inner line of your right arm is laying on the floor. Try to extend it, try to pull the right arm out from the shoulder. Try to relax in your neck and really equalize the pressure that you give on your right temple, on the right side of your head. And then if the left leg gives you discomfort, just stretch it away. Try to straighten the kneecap, tighten the kneecap, and kind of pull the leg outside the hip. Feel the full opening in the right shoulder to feel this full rotation to the left side. If it feels like fun, if it feels good, keep the left leg bent. Try to aim the left foot into your right palm. And so we're not too ambitiously rotating. So the goal is not to like turn too much to the left, but the goal is to check on the right shoulder and to feel how it reacts to this rotation. Is it tight? Do you feel like you're trying to squeeze it into your neck, into your head? So if something like that happens, if that occurs, just relax the right shoulder more. With exhalation, feel like you're giving it away, like it's okay for your right shoulder to be much lower than your head, to feel this relaxed, aligned neck. Let's do one more breath, and with this inhalation, fully aware that your stomach extends towards the sides, the right and left side of your chest. Move, so don't feel squished, don't feel like you're giving too much pressure on your right lung. So kind of press up against the full inner right arm line. And then with exhalation, bringing the navel in, slowly turn back to the center. Now it's up to you. You can put your palms underneath the forehead or stretch your arms completely along the body. And just lean on the other cheek, on the left in this case, or lean on the forehead. And just completely rest. Breathing mostly into the back. This floor is limiting the front surface. Feel the nice breath into the middle of your back, maybe into the right shoulder blade. Actually compare the sensation of the right side of the body, of the right shoulder. Compare it to the left side. Sometimes you can actually sense certain connection between shoulder and hip. In this practice, you may even feel some connection between right shoulder and left hip. Maybe some cramples or some tremor can occur sometimes. Now slowly let's lift the head up with the next inhalation. Let's place the palms underneath the shoulders, and with the next exhale, please press up. You can remain on the knees. Give me a thumb up if you feel the difference after this exercise. If your right shoulder feels different, maybe feels lighter, just let me know. Okay, perfect. And also please let me know how comfortable was laying on the chest for you. So is it not really? Okay, so let's with the second round, we're going to repeat the same practice. Let's kind of begin with before you lay the chest, let's try to place the nose and the lips. So I will demonstrate. So it's not going to be chest touching, but kind of, let's say kissing the floor. So we'll be bending the elbows, and first it's like a nose and lip stand, okay? And so chest is not touching the ground. And then slowly sliding with the knees. Try to kind of make the motion like you're pulling your chest a little lower in. So it includes like when you're crunching, when you're practicing your abdominal muscles, and you're rolling the ribs in. So you're placing not this area of the chest, but you're really trying to go with this upper part. And if this won't be successful, at some point you'll be like, no, I'm not going for this. Then just lay on the belly, have a rest, and try to do 2 more attempts. So like pick yourself up, even with elbow stance. And again, first nose lifts, then try to lay the sternum, everything above the nipples. And to lay it, while doing it, also try to take your shoulders away, like roll them away through external rotation. And again, if not successfully, lay on the stomach, try to do it again. And we are to realize here that the laying of sternum will be possible. Dominika, teraz zerknij. Przez ten ruch. Kiedy będziesz zginała łokcie, staraj się obracać łokcie do siebie i tak jakby tutaj odciągać te barki, te ramiona na zewnątrz. Jakby kładąc od razu nosem, ustami i tym wszystkim, co nad sutkami. Powoli, to jest kwestia tego wciągania jakby głowy do klatki. Powoli my zaczynamy to uświadamiać, o ile właśnie to się odbywa, o ile my tak skróceni tu jesteśmy, jak skrócone. I więc kwestia jest tylko to zauważyć i tak troszeczkę odpuścić, rozluźnić. Rozluźnić, jakby usunąć ten refleks takiego podnoszenia barków i chowania barków, głowy w tych barkach. Więc powoli, ćwiczenia bardziej na to, żeby uświadomić pewien pattern zachowywania się. So, the goal is to lay the lips, lay the nose tip, and realize this reflex of trying to bring shoulders up and connect the head with the shoulders. Opposite, so the lower your nose, your lips are, the more you're external rotating your shoulders, and thusly you place the chest above the nipples on the floor. And first, it doesn't feel comfortable at all. You can still feel like there's a bit of space underneath your chest, but the more you actually trying to roll from the tip of your nose on the forehead. Yes, so the goal is to lengthen the neck. Więc to wyobraźmy sobie, że powoli, oczywiście na początku nawet można nie prostować rąk, trochę przytrzymywać się tak dłoniami, ale przy wydechach postarajmy się podwijać biodra i wyobrażamy sobie, że powoli z nosa, z koniuszka nosa przetaczamy się na czoło. So with the exhalation, rolling the hips in, try to, through this lengthening of your neck, to roll a little bit, kind of, from the tip of the nose to the forehead. Of course, it won't touch the floor, but that's the motion that we do. So the neck could lengthen and relax. Okay. Let's do one more breath. And once you're ready, let's stretch the left arm outside, perpendicularly to the body. Let's lay the left temple on the floor. This can be a little challenging, especially if the neck is a little bit tight. So let's imagine that someone is pulling the arm outside from the joint, but we want to keep the balance, the even pressure on the inner arm line and on the left temple. So the more you pull the arm, the more you kind of roll it, the body weight on the left temple, and then with the next inhalation, lift your right knee up. And now with the exhale, resistance. So the arm is not collapsing, you're resisting and you turn in slowly and laying the right foot where it's comfortable to lay it. Either you lean it on the ground or you stretch it behind yourself, or you're aiming the foot into the left palm. Now just completely let the right knee go, relax it, and it will help you to turn your body to the right side. Not too ambitiously, so we're just checking the behavior of the left shoulder, if it's squeezed or not. So the more you turn, if you feel like the left shoulder wants to get closer to the head, squeezing your trapezius muscle, we're consciously turning this reflex off. And breathing slowly, steadily, softly through the body space, realizing that the free right side of the body extends nicely, but also the left side of the body, all the ribs are moving. Okay, the goal is to really turn off any anxiety, any desire to contract the left shoulder. Don't think of turning to do, think of just letting this electricity in the shoulder go, or anywhere else, maybe in the neck. Massage it, massage the tissue through with your breathing. Now slowly with the next inhalation, please return to the center, laying on the stomach, palms underneath the forehead, or stretched, whatever you want. And breathe in nicely into the back. Let's give 3 next breaths for body to balance itself. And this novelty, this stimulated tissues, this massaged and oxygenated tissues to really accept the new state. For the next practice, we will use the brick, so please reach out to it, and we will turn on the back and bend in the knees, keeping feet and knees parallel. With the exhalation, contracting the glutes, we're elevating the pelvis up and placing the brick right underneath the sacrum. So the longest side of the brick is perpendicular to your spine line. Get up to demonstrate, to make sure. So the bottom line is somewhere in the center, in the middle of your glutes, and the upper edge is underneath your sacrum, the top edge of it. Like this. First, we'll just sense the pressure the body weight, especially if we haven't practiced this for a while, only laying on the brick can be pretty satisfying. You can be like, oh, okay, something maybe gently like be a little bit sore. So if you feel any soreness right now, please give me a thumb up. Oh, you feel good. Okay, all perfect. Now we're gonna begin with laying the knees on the right and on the left side. Slowly find your rhythm. Let's say inhale, make one type of movement. Let's say rolling the knees to the right. With exhalation, roll your knees to the left. Remain relaxed in your shoulders, relaxed in your neck. You can actually even kind of roll the chin towards the chest and really extend the back of your head, the back of your neck. Arms either on your hips to stabilize the pelvis a little, or stretched out with the palm centers directed upwards. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Inhale one side, exhale to the opposite. Inhale slowly, one side. Maybe you'll feel an impulse, like when you lay your knees to the left, your head naturally turns to the right. That's the very natural biomechanic natural movement. If you don't feel that is happening, maybe you'll start acknowledging on a certain level, maybe in the chest, maybe in the neck, something stopping it. Now let's keep the knees in the center. Please give me a thumb up if you felt any pain in this knot here, in this hip connection. On the right or left side, doesn't matter. If any right or left side felt a little painfully. Okay, a little bit, okay. Now let's bring the feet up, the knees and feet up, and swing in the knees in a shorter amplitude, so not that far away, or it's actually up for you to decide, but let's begin with even movement, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. You can also try to stretch one leg, so when you're leaning on the right glute, stretch the left. When you're leaning on the left glute, stretch the right, and like really stretch it into the sky. This will give a little more pressure on this knot, the mentioned knot. And then again, bend in the knees and try drawing circles with your knees to actually allocate the level, like where of the soreness, where exactly the tissue is a bit irritated. Because this disbalance in the crossbone of the sacrum and hip bone connection, it usually occurs when we have certain disbalance in the forces, like the muscles that are contracted daily, maybe performing certain effort, maybe from certain steady repetitive positions. Let's change the direction. Let's keep feeling this motion with very slow breath. Let's say half circle inhale, half circle exhale. So simply saying, for some of us, the painful zone can be closer to the tailbone, maybe on the right side, maybe on the left side. It's where the glute muscles are attaching to the tailbone. Maybe for some of us, it's more in this connection between sacrum and the pelvic hip bone. So either here or here, maybe in few areas, maybe the sacrum, which is gathering like the vectors of many like forces of tension in the muscles that are directed into our sacrum, or maybe because pelvis and chest and head have certain relation, balance. The sacrum really gets hit with this tension. So let's massage it through, and if in case you found certain area, like let's say you bend your knees to the left and it's like, oh wow, yeah, there it is. So let yourself spend a few seconds or up to a minute in this static position. So let's say you found a certain area, then lay your feet on the ground and let yourself give the specific area a little bit more pressure. Try to stretch the legs. And please remember that we're doing this not to bring enforcement here, but actually to just, through the pressure, to awaken the consciousness. Like, okay, there is certain tension. So right now I'm stretching the leg, I'm bringing a little bit more pressure, but at the same time I'm aware of this pressure and soreness, this unpleasant feeling, let's even call it a pain. And with exhalation, I'm really relaxing the resistance in my body, this resistance that is trying to protect you from the pain, but at the same time it's the same resistance that is accumulating tension in your muscles. So you'll be more successful the sooner you will like really lay on the floor and completely melt. Just choosing the version of position that stimulates your consciousness through this unpleasant, painful feeling, but lets you really relax with time. Okay, now slowly. Just give me a thumb up if you feel that the pain that first occurred melts, that it's passing. Okay, perfect. So when you feel a little bit of change, then slowly, I would suggest to remove the brick first. So kind of elevate yourself a little up, and without changing position, remove the brick first, and then please return to the center, laying flat on the sacrum. Right now it's up to you. You can stretch your legs wide, or you can connect the feet and open the hips, pointing the knees out. Maybe even after this little practice, you become aware like, oh, my hips are a little more open, like it's easier for me to point my knees out, or whatever feels good. Please be intuitive, trust yourself. Maybe even you'll feel like bringing your thighs towards yourself. So any option that feels right now for you. Just trust it and trust your breathing. Let yourself breathe through. And breathe your body through. Sense and test this new boundaries of your body in a new freedom, in the new feeling of lightness. When you inhale, check out this new dimension, like new depth between your sacrum and the abdominal wall. The new feeling of length of your spine, the distance between the pelvic floor and the top of your head. Breathing in and breathing out, completely giving up any resistance, any struggle. There is nothing to struggle or worry about. Even if you find yourself in a pleasant environment or situation, or a certain amount of stress going on around you, just feel protected. It's your body's space. completely protecting your internal world, your internal mood, your internal vibe. It's up to you. You can choose this calm, ease, lack of worry, independently on external conditions, external environment. Now slowly let's bring the knees towards yourself, and if you feel like you need to work on the other half of the pelvis, other side, so let's say you've been stimulating, massaging the right side, then if you feel like you need to repeat the same with the left, then let's lift the pelvis up, let's lay the sacrum again on the brick, and let's let this happen. So either you begin with this little swing to the right and left, and then like when you found the particular position of your legs, maybe lowering the thigh, stretching the legs completely, just give it enough pressure. If you feel that you don't need, like on the one side of your pelvis needed that practice, then you will do something different. You will use this time to lift yourself up and bring in the brick, and so the lower edge goes on the middle of your back, and so the top edge goes somewhere in the middle of your scapula, of your shoulder blade, like that. And here we want to press the sacrum to the floor, so like rolling the hips a little bit inwards. And it's up to you. You can place your palms behind the head, also round in the back, so tucking the chin on the chest, and then swishing to the right, to the left. There's also a bunch of tissues that will say hi right now. You can even kind of hug yourself, placing palms on the top of the shoulders. Also make sure, I really want you not to let the head up, but tuck the chin on the chest and do this. So the edge, certain edge of the brick kind of goes underneath your scapulus, that's stuck out. That's the goal. To catch this lower edge, you know, where the shoulder blade is, the triangle shoulder blade has its angle. Czyli padorna, taki koniuszek łopatki, my się tak zginamy, okrąglamy się, więc trafia akurat ten przyczep, który łączy łopatkę dalej z jakby te mięśnie, które tak nakrywają taką warstewką, łopatkę przykrywając, utrzymują nam klatkę. Dokładnie o tu sięgamy. Ale to zależy. Aha, widzę, że dziewczyny ubrałyście akurat te ćwiczenie teraz. Świetnie. Spokojnie. Troszeczkę pozwólcie temu brzuszku tak może odjechać, więc znajdźcie dokładnie te miejsce, które dokładnie Tobie potrzeba teraz rozmasować. Wyraźnie, ogólnie. Czyli jeżeli gdzieś tam prawa czy lewa strona, to możemy tak się bardziej zatrzymać na niej, znaleźć odpowiednią pozycję, być może tak zahaczyć się o kolano. So, in general, we are massaging, stimulating this area. And then if you feel like, oh wow, okay, so like, let's say underneath my right or left scapula there is something going on, then you can remain again in statics, and maybe as an option you can grab your knee like this, and so you can remain to be around and back, like give it a little static pressure. Let's breathe a little. And right now, keep kind of gathering, like keeping your belly a little tighter in, and when you breathe, inhale nicely into your back. So don't hesitate breathing into this area which connects, which is in contact with the brick. And the more you massage this area specifically, you can, it's possible that you can discover that something changes in your neck. Like you breathe kind of in here, but you start sensing the length of the neck maybe a little more. Like when you inhale, there's a certain impulse going into your head, like you feel kind of pushing the head a little forwards. Let's do one more breath. Inhale, exhale. And remember, the belly stays a little tighter. So really give all this attention to back. And then slowly kind of roll off the brick first, push it away, and then lay again on the flat floor. And again, it's up to you how you want it to be. You can bring the knees towards yourself, you can lay in this open butterfly positioning. And breathe into this new, lighter body. Let's do one more rejuvenating breath. Jeszcze jeden wdech, wydech. Przy każdym wdechu zostawiając taką wałkę w ciele, że ten wdech po prostu przychodzi przez miękkie, bardziej odprężone ciało. Równomiernie, wolno, odkrywając w świadomości uczucie przestrzenności. Teraz powoli, gdy jesteś gotowa, otwórz oczy. Now when you're ready, please open your eyes and please let me know by showing me the thumb if you feel that after massaging, let's say the pelvic area and the middle of the back, you already sense certain lightness in the neck. If something like this happens, let me know. If not, it's okay. Let's grab the brick and the last final third position. We're going to place the lower edge of it into this connection between the skull and the neck. So right there. And so to get on the edge, you are placing your chin kind of on the chest. So the idea is to make this motion like kind of you're pulling your head upwards, and through this pulling, like rounding up, only then setting the chin on the chest. So look at the difference, just pushing, kind of breaking the neck, and then pulling. Even with your fingertips, you can kind of elevate the hairline and like really give it the vector upwards, and then leaning this edge, kind of stretched already, pulled up. And then, of course, automatically you can feel like your shoulders are jumping up. So while your head remains in this curved, rounded position, also consciously try to take your shoulders a little lower, really stretching this trapezius line, its muscles, and with your palms pointed upwards, like really try to stretch your arms in this triangle. Let's say the top of the triangle is your crown, and your palms go into the widest bottom angles of these triangles. Really want to take it much further away from your crown. This already gives you this feeling that the tissue here has pulled, has been stretched. And so now slowly with the breath, let's say inhaling, you're slowly turning your chin to the right shoulder. Okay, so try not to give it away. It's like you're really drawing the 1/4 of the circle from the center of your chest towards the shoulder, and then with the exhale, slow, either remain here just to give it a little bit more time, and then with the inhalation, slowly draw 1/4 circle back to the sternum, to the heart center, and make sure that while you return to the center, you're not lifting your chin. So always remain in this rounded neckline shape. And so the next movement will be to the left shoulder. And when you bring your chin to the left shoulder, make sure that your right shoulder doesn't jump up, doesn't come close to your head, and then slowly. Just let one of these short movements happen with certain cycle of breath. So let's say with the inhalation you return to the center, then with the exhalation you're telling yourself, okay, I can let the shoulder relax, I can let the scapula, my shoulder blade lay on the floor, it's okay, I feel my neck becomes longer, there is no more resistance gathering, like pushing my head into my chest, shortening my neck. So give yourself a lot of time, plenty of time. And then with the inhale again, to the right side. It's like your chin is trying to touch the relaxed shoulder, so try not to bring the shoulder towards yourself. That can happen. It's like also a very automatic reflex. Then with the exhale, remain or slowly return to the center. And so the next inhale goes to the left shoulder, and the right shoulder remains low, relaxed. Exhale here or return to the center. And let's do the last round. So now with the inhale, slowly turn your chin to the right shoulder. Kind of trying to reach it, but with all this, your right shoulder remains flat, relaxed. Exhale here or return to the center. Let's do the last one. Inhale. Chin to the left shoulder. Right shoulder remains relaxed. Exhale, return. And so now slowly, just push the brick away. And lay your head flat on the ground. And either you leave your knees bent still, or choose to connect the feet and open the hips, pointing the knees outside. Or just stretch the legs. Just feel the novelty. Anything has changed in your body perception. Maybe it does feel like your neck has become longer. Maybe you feel lighter in certain areas. Maybe you just feel some new alignment between your head position and your chest and your pelvis. It kind of may feel like your head appeared in a new place, according to the rest, over 7. That's okay, just keep this change happen. Keep allowing this change to happen. Breathe softly without any interruptions. Now slowly, when you feel ready, open your eyes. We just have 2 more shapes ahead of us. Let's bring the feet up, and either all we've done before really helps balance the tissue, so it really helps us to enter Halasana super easily. But if still something may occur, not necessarily you feel like, oh, swinging into it. So if something doesn't work, then first lay the brick underneath your pelvis and try to slowly, like with the pelvis already been pushed a little bit by the brick, slowly pull the straight legs above your face, playing with the balance of actively bringing your legs together. So you're really squeezing your legs to close the gap between your thighs and your calves, and at the same time you're pushing your feet above the head while kind of pushing the sacrum away. So you need to activate the legs here. Very good, that looks very nice. And I bet that you feel a lot easier than you might have felt maybe in the previous class, or maybe any nearest time you've done Halasana. So see how much this position depends on the conditioning of the back superficial line. So if your back is tight on a certain level, then Halasana doesn't feel good, at least. It doesn't happen, it's not really possible. So we need both strength core, strong core, and we need this stretched superficial back line. Let's do one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And slowly with the inhalation return spine by spine. And now either, so first look in the camera, that's the last position that we do. Straightforward, it's a bridge pose. So I'll demonstrate the details of it, and then I will show how to replace the bridge. So if we are ready to perform the bridge, then we place the palms thusly. So if you stretch them upwards, and then you're kind of bringing them above the head, you lay in the fingertips first, and then you're pushing the palm centers into the floor. And now please don't try to press up. So it's not about you having strength to like push with the arm. It's not about that. Look, it's much easier. You're just lifting your hips up, and then you're rolling. You're just rolling your head from the back to its crown. Okay, so you're activating your legs, not Rambo of your arms, but really pushing against your feet to lean on the crown. Of course, you can press up a little with your palms and kind of move the crown closer to the feet at a certain point if something doesn't feel comfortable. And now, when you lean equally on your feet, on your crown, on your palms, take an inhale, And with the exhalation, contracting the pelvic floor, navel goes in, push with both legs and arms. Don't make only arms responsible for this. And once your shoulder flexibility develops, then you're easily entering into this even half of the circle. Okay, so it's your body is curved fully on the full length, so it's not only breaking into your shoulders. Okay, if you do it like this, it's pretty much possible. But if you feel, maybe not today, maybe later, so you can try a few times. Maybe you'll get to the point when you rolled to the back of your head, and that's great, that's it. Maybe you elevate it a little, not to the fullest, and return. So you can do it a couple times. I recommend with the exhalation, push, do the inhale, and with the next exhalation, return. That would be great. Your body will be getting ready to do more next time. But if you're completely not wanting to play that, then just do the easier version by sitting on the shins, placing the palms thusly, fingertips outside, and then rolling shoulders externally, lift the hips, nicely grilling the glutes. Make sure that you're not pointing your legs too wide, so your hips and knees remain on the same distance. Perfect. And then do a lot of external rotation like this. So in the beginning, you may place your fingers to the side. You can end up having your palms turned even to the back like this. So play with this chest or clavicle bone line opening, and of course with a lot of strength, pushing against your knees with your glutes to elevate, to reach up, to feel satisfaction in the open in this area. Very important area with a lot of, with a pretty cool lymphatic node there. Also play with the head positioning, try to lengthen the crown first of all, find the aligned neck position and kind of try to push the head away from the chest. It doesn't mean that you have to lift it or hang it. Sure, you don't have to really hang it, but really lengthen through the neck while rotating shoulders outside. Let's do one more breath. Breathe in and breathing out, push more with your knees and your palms, and elevate the hips, the heart center, rotating shoulders externally, lengthen through the neck. And with the inhalation, return. And if you've been in this upper position and then first lay on the belly, have a short rest with your palms underneath the forehead. If you've been in a classical bridge pose, then just lay on the back. Give yourself a couple nice breaths. And even use the breath style that I like so much. When you create the exhalation through the tip of your tongue and the first from teeth and make the sound. So 1, 2, or 3 breaths with the sound. Inhale softly into your nose. And exhale also slow and soft. And a couple more times. Breathing in. Feeling the body space and exhaling softly. Allocating your visual attention at the moment. Allow your eyes to direct between eyebrows. Let's do one more. Let the rest of the tension, the worrisome or anxiety just leave your body. Like it didn't even exist. And slowly, with your eyes closed, roll on the back. Closing eyes, keeping them closed. Find a comfortable open position, stretching your arms and legs. And the idea of success in this practice is the sooner we give up resistance, this internal struggle even lots of times we think it's for good, it's for the right cause. Really, the more successful we'll be. Just letting things go through. At least in this moment. Tak więc dość często bywa, że sobie ustawiamy jakieś ważne rzeczy. Myślimy, że jeżeli nie tak, to jak inaczej. I przez to się spinamy, tworzymy duży